We'll do final trades.
We saved the extra for final.
I do what they tell me to do. Let's keep it going. Final trades. What do you got?
So we've had the high beta names. We've had the technology Momo names really lift us towards 2,600. I think you've got an opportunity here to kind of take some of the risk out of those names, roll it into some of the financial names. I agree with a lot of what I've heard today. I think you're going to see JPM.
You think now is the time to buy the financials like Mayo said? Don't be so worried about all the stuff.
So I look at it this way. I look at it in terms of potential downside risk. I think if the market rolls back over, you certainly have more downside risk in some of these high-flying momentum names than you're going to have in the financial names, in which I think it's already priced in. So KKR, American Express, JP Morgan are the names I own. A name I don't own, I've owned it in the past. I think it's a defensive type of play. It's pulled back here to 107, and that's Pepsi. I know, Pete, I think you like Coca-Cola.
I own both. I've owned Pepsi for like 5 years now.
They've pulled back nicely. They had a nice run towards the end of the year. They proved their worth in an environment of risk off. And I think you're getting them here at a valuation level for Pepsi that's appealing.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you. Surat.
So I'm going to add to JP Morgan. That's a big holding of ours. We've owned it for a while. I think after hearing what we saw from Citi today, that is a bellwether stock. I think it'll be interesting to see what they say globally, what they say domestically, what Jamie Dimon has to say about what business is going on. And I think if they have a good call, that could provide a good runway for the financial
earnings
stock.
tomorrow. We know that. All right. John Najarian.
Chicago-based Groupon, Judge, GRPN. This one, basically Christmas Eve on that massacre, took it down below $3 a share. It's been moving back up, taking a little bit each week. Right now, it's making a fairly big move today. It's 20 cents on a $3 stock. It's up to 380. They're buying the four strike calls aggressively. So that's my final trade today. I like the upside.
So that's based on the activity you're seeing in the options
Yes,
market.
sir.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Pete.
You know, we talk about the financials a lot on this show, and we talked about them today. But I had that halftime question on Visa. I own Visa. I like it. I think that's one of those great names out there. If I had a final trade in that space right now, I think I'd look at something like a PayPal. I've been in it, Scott. We've had multiple days of unusual activity in there over the last couple of weeks. I've been in it. It's moved enough to take that off and sell into that. But they're buying again today, so I'll probably add as soon as we get off the show. I think there are a lot of different names in that space when you're looking at Square and PayPal and Visa and MasterCard. Not that they're all identical. I'm just saying that that particular space, I think, is great.
Understand.
And Joe talked about Pepsi a second ago. I've been in that thing. I looked back. It's been 5 years. I love it, and I love the fact, and I know they're different than Coke, and we put those together a lot.
Yeah.
They're different companies.
You've got the food side.
Right, which makes it completely different in terms of a lot of things.
Business.
Yep, absolutely.
Pete mentioned PayPal, a name that I sold the other day. I just wonder if we finally see a lift and we see some confidence in the big banks, if you're going to see a little bit of an allocation shift out of the FinTwit names. Because in the financials, that's where portfolio managers have been hiding out. They've been hiding out in the Visa, the MasterCard, the PayPal, the Square. FinTech, yeah.
Spending too much time on Twitter.
Well, I was sitting next to Josh Brown. But I just wonder if you're going to see that little
But for
allocation
S&P
roll.
purposes, Visa, MasterCard are technology stocks.